Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Travancore, the small kingdom in southernmost part of our country, was ruled by Raja Ramavarma from 1701 to 1739. During same time, far away in Ayodhya, a daughter was born to a Rajput prince. Her name was Princess Sandhya. Since her horoscope was detrimental to the family, she was sent on a pilgrimage for 14 years. The travels of this Rajput party brought them to Travancore, the kingdom of Raja Ramavarma. One day, as part of the customary Dasara procession, Raja Ramavarma visited the famous temple at Sujindra. As the king was walking through the long corridor, accompanied by the courtiers and the head priest, he heard a sweet voice of a lady singing a melodious bhajan. He was enamored by this sweet voice. He turned back to the head priest and asked, "Who is this singer?" Within moments, Princess Sandhya was brought to the presence of Raja Ramavarma. A bubbly young girl with boundless energy and a dazzling smile. Raja Ramavarma was carried away by her beauty. Within a few days, he proposed marriage to her. Her relatives and her brother agreed to the marriage, but they put forward one condition. One of the sons of Sandhya from you should become the king of Travancore after you. A very simple request, isn't it, friends? Very simple request. But Raja Ramavarma was shocked to hear this. Do you know why? Travancore, as any other kingdom in Kerala, follows the matrilineal system. The heir and successor to the throne will be the son of king's sister. The Raja's son doesn't have any claim to the throne. Enamored by Sandhya's beauty, Raja Ramavarma agreed to this condition. This condition was much beyond his authority. And Sandhya became Raja's consort and was given the title Abhirami. Days went on. Abhirami gave birth to two sons, Raman Thambi and Padmanabhan Thambi, and a daughter, Ummini Thangachi. At the same time, the Raja's sister gave birth to Martanda Varma, the legal heir to the throne. The cousins grew up together, attaining expertise in the martial arts and playing together. Ummini Thangachi and Martanda Varma became friends. Gradually, they fell in love. Days went on further. Raja Ramavarma became very old. His health was failing him. He conveniently forgot the promise given to Abhirami's brother. Martanda Varma ascended the throne, left by his uncle. The Thambis, sons of Abhirami, wanted to ascend the throne. But Martanda Varma had a powerful and a loyal army. Moreover, the people of Travancore would never accept a change in the system. The Thambis lay low for some time. But there was this powerful council of 8 feudal lords in Travancore. They instigated these Thambis to start a war against Martanda Varma. They set up an army and had some initial success. They slowly started moving towards Trivandrum to capture the fort and stake claim to the throne. Martanda Varma, in disguise, traveled throughout the kingdom and got support of the warlords. And finally, in the final battle started between both the parties. For Umini Tangachi, this battle was within her. On one side, the man after her heart. On the other side, the men of her own blood. In the final showdown, Martandavarma defeated the Kampis and the feudal lords. He arrested all the 8 feudal lords and had them ruthlessly. All their women folk were sold to the fishermen of the coast as slaves. He dug up their bungalows and converted them to the public ponds. Accepting defeat, on the morning of 28 October 1730, Raman Thambi and Padmanabhan Thambi called on the king Martandavarma at his palace in Nagapuri. The sentries at the inner chamber where Martandavarma was sleeping were particularly informed not to allow this Raman Thambi and Padmanabhan Thambi into the chamber. Sensing danger at the hand of Martandavarma, both of them fled towards their home. On the way, they were stopped by the army chief. A fierce encounter followed, and in the end, the younger Thambi was killed. Seeing the younger brother's death, Padmanabhan Thambi rushed into the inner chamber where the Maharaja was sleeping. He pulled out the sword and swung it straight into the sleeping Maharaja. He missed his aim and the sword was stuck at the low ceiling of the palace. This gave time for Martandavarma to recover from the shock. He disarmed Padmanabhan Thambi and eventually killed him. The royal wrath didn't end. He imprisoned their mother, Abhirami, and their sister, Umini Tangachi, in a palace in Nagapuri. Days went on as the king started eliminating his opponents one by one. Abhirami had a mysterious death inside the palace. In the inner quarters of the palace, Umini Tangachi had to guard her mother's dead body alone for 5 days. The man whom she loved had become the murderer of her own brothers and her mother. She hated Martandavarma more than anything in the world. Just then, Martandavarma arrived there with the bridegroom's makeup and with all the arrangements to marry her. Seeing this, Umanitanga got angry. You wretched man! You slaughtered my brother! You slaughtered my mother! Now you want to marry me? Do you understand the feeling of a woman? It's my curse that your royal family of Travancore forever will be short of woman. I would rather die than marry you. Saying this, she reached into her tongue. With all her might, she pulled out her tongue. In front of the king, she died a gory death. Repentant and heartbroken, Martandavarma went to the Sri Padmanabha Swami temple in Trivandrum. He surrendered his crown, his sword and scepter at the feet of Sri Padmanabha. And he vowed to rule the kingdom as Sri Padmanabha Dasa and to avoid bloodshed thereafter. From then on, the kings of Travancore never had a crown, they never carried a sword. Ever since, all the successive kings of Travancore are known as Padmanabha Dasa. And Travancore was known as God's own country. Even today, Kerala is known as God's own country.